Good morning, Strasburg United Methodist Church, and all those watching this daily devotion today. It is Monday, April 13th, 2020, and we are Easter people, and we have been resurrected with Jesus Christ today. And I know it's hard to think about that. I know it's hard to think that we are a new creation, but I encourage you to dream that reality that as you are in the midst of being at home and filled with your fears and frustrations, that you are a chosen member of God's family, and that should bring you joy. Today, instead of scripture, I'm going to read to you a poem by one of my favorite writers, and that guy is Ted Loder, and this is Guerillas of Grace. This is a book that I once found on my college campus minister's shelf and opened it up to read and was pleasantly surprised to see how beautiful the language was. Ted Loder is a retired United Methodist pastor who just wrote so creatively about the human experience. And so I wanted to read to you one of his poems. It's called Gather Me to Be With You. And then I will close with a song today. So let's hear these words. Gather me to be with you. O God, gather me now to be with you, as you are with me. Soothe my tiredness, quiet my fretfulness, curb my aimlessness, relieve my compulsiveness. Let me be easy for a moment. O Lord, release me from the fears and guilt which grip me so tightly, from the expectations and opinions which I so tightly grip, that I may be open to receiving what you give, to risking something genuinely new, to learning something refreshingly different. O God, gather me to be with you as you are with me. Forgive me for claiming so much for myself that I leave no room for gratitude, for confusing exercises in self-importance with acceptance of self-worth, for complaining so much of my burdens that I become a burden, for competing against others so insidiously that I stifle celebrating them and receiving your blessing through their gifts. O God, gather me to be with you as you are with me. Keep me in touch with myself, with my needs, my anxieties, my angers, my pains, my corruptions, that I may claim them as my own, rather than blame them on someone else. O Lord, deepen my wounds into wisdom, shape my weaknesses into compassion, gentle my envy into enjoyment, my fear into trust, my guilt into honesty, my accusing fingers into tickling ones. O God, gather me to be with you as you are with me. Let us go ahead and we're going to sing a song called Lord of All Goodness, another Taize song. And as we sing this, I want you to think about the ways that God can change your heart, especially in the midst of this time. My wife and I were talking this morning about how we've really had a lot of vivid dreams at this time. And, there's been some articles about that most of us are dreaming a lot more, and we're just trying to make sense. Part of it is our brains trying to make sense with a changed reality. About 10 years ago, I had a spiritual guide who was helping me discern my call to ministry. It's weird, I've been a minister for 20 years, but she was helping me figure out what to do next. And we talked about Carl Jung, and there's a man named John Sandford who had a book called Dreams, God's Forgotten Language. And what I remember best about that time she asked me to make a journal about all the things that I'm dreaming about, and it would help me make sense with what was going on in my life. And I did that, and it really did help. So maybe at this time, I'll give you some encouragement that if you are finding yourself in the midst of a lot of dreams, or if you're finding yourself ramping up in your anxiety, or if you wake up in the morning in a cold sweat, write those things down that you're worried about, or that you're fearful about, or that you expect, and maybe that will help you get through the next few days or weeks or months. Lord of all goodness, Son of the Father, may your peace surround us. Lord of all goodness, Son of the Father, may your peace surround us. Lord of all goodness, Son of the Father, may your peace surround us. Lord of all goodness, Son of the Father, may your peace surround us. Lord of all goodness, Son of the Father, may your peace surround us. Lord of all goodness, Son of the Father, may your peace surround us. Lord of all goodness, Son of the Father, may your peace surround us. Lord of all goodness, Son of the Father, may your peace surround us. Lord of all goodness, Son of the Father, may your peace surround us. O Lord, hear my prayer. O Lord, hear my prayer. When I call, answer me. O Lord, hear my prayer. O Lord, hear my prayer. Come and listen to me. O Lord, hear my prayer. O Lord, hear my prayer. When I call, answer me. O Lord, hear my prayer. O Lord, hear my prayer. Come and listen to me. O Lord, hear my prayer. O Lord, hear my prayer. When I call, answer me. O Lord, hear my prayer. O Lord, hear my prayer. Come and listen to me. O Lord, as we go through this day after the resurrection of Jesus that we have remembered on Easter, may we rise with you also out of the tomb of our grief and pain and fear. Allow us, O Lord, to walk among people, to smile, to eat, to feel refreshed, to be made whole. Lord, we lift these prayers to you in the name of your Son. Amen. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.